Stephanie and I went away for a few days to think and talk and pray about things. And she woke up one morning and had a dream, and she had a dream about two things. She said, one, we had resigned from our jobs for doing full-time music and talking with people about Jesus and traveling. Secondly, we had a baby. And unbeknownst to us, she was actually pregnant right then. She was already pregnant. But so she had this dream. And so by the end of that year, we had resigned from our jobs and we had a baby and started a ministry and with some supporters and that sort of thing. That's what we did for about 5 years.
Wow.
Okay. How did you live? What did you live in?
Yeah. Well, we rented a house, and some people were very kind to us about that. And yeah, there were supporters, a group of a couple of hundred people who, in our local church, who released us and then supported us in that. And yes, there were over 3 years. We looked at the amount of money and we lived pretty basically, but the number of bills that went out was larger than the amount of money that came in, but every bill was paid and we had some left over. So you can call that a miracle? I don't know. But there's a passage in the Bible that says God provides. God provides. And that's what we saw. Yeah. It was a time of a lot of trust. Yeah.
Were you ever worried or concerned during that time?
Oh, probably.
Well, just the picture you've painted is that, it was all happy and the bills were paid, even though they were too big and we didn't have lots of money coming in. And so, yeah, it just makes it sound like it was a real fun time.
Well, it was exciting and we had a lot of joy there, but there was also challenging. There were times I was traveling on the road and Stephanie was back home with Lockie, our first child, and then she had a miscarriage, and I was a long way away, and I had to make a decision. The people who booked me to come, they were sort of quite keen for me just to stay, and I said, "Oh, I can't stay. I've got to be home. It's family first, And I knew at that point that I had to make a decision about what my priorities were, as much as I love the ministry and the music and the people, but Stephanie and our house and our home and family were the first priority. And that meant a lot to her at that time. And I'm glad we did that and we got through that with a lot of love and support. And those who lost a child or had miscarriages, it's a difficult time. We understand. But came along and life got busy. Life was busy.
How did that affect you? The
Having
loss of a child.
Loss of a child. Yeah, it was. So we had some really wise people in our church community who came alongside us, and I think it's talked about a lot more now. It was talked about a bit then, but there was a generation where no one ever talked about that. But they came alongside us and said, this is a real grief. This is a real loss, and I think that was helpful to us at that time because we had to grieve the loss of this baby who we'd never known, and it gave us a compassion, because for us we were enough to be able to have other children, but there's some people who that has been an experience over and over and over again, and no children. So that created a lot of compassion in us for people who've been going through that.
Yeah, thanks for being so open to sharing that with everybody listening or watching.
Thank you for watching this short clip of Life Bursts. You can like, subscribe or follow for more, or head to rawcut.com.au.